All right, Dickey, look, the best surprise of the year for the Mets last season. 11 wins, outstanding D, a 2.84 earned run average, and 19 of his 26 starts were quality starts. Visiting Dickey at his Nashville home this week, I asked him what he thought about this past season.
You know, I've had some time to reflect on it, and it's been real nice to kind of relive some of the moments that I had this past year. Because when you're in the moment with it, you're so consumed by what's going on there and not taking anything for granted and the step forward that when you get to the end of the season, I find it so much more rewarding to reflect. And so it's been great, you know. But right now, where I am in this moment, it's just been nice to breathe because I've been on 14 split contracts from the time that I signed to now. And so this could be an opportunity for me to go into spring training knowing that I'm going to be able to contribute from the beginning.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. When you talk about your knuckleball and you started developing that in 05, I believe. You know, you made it evident after games. You know, I would ask you, whoever would ask you about, you're in a dome or it was really windy. You pretty much made it evident that rain was really the only thing that maybe could affect it somewhat. So basically the bottom line is, do you feel you're at the point where you're totally comfortable with it and can control it the way you want to control it for the first time since you started toying with that pitch?
Yeah, I think, you know, totally comfortable with it might be a hair of an overstatement. I think I'm comfortable with it. I think I know now what I need to do in order to be consistent, and that's the biggest thing for any pitcher in general, but specifically for a knuckleball pitcher, is that it's such a feel pitch. If I can recreate that feel time and time again, I know that what you're going to get, the product you're going to get on the field, is going to be a trustworthy product, and that's what I want for myself. You know, I want to feel like I'm trustworthy, that I can be a contributing piece that's trustworthy. And this year, you know, after 5 years of really unlearning things and relearning things and work in the off season and meeting with people who are far more wise than I am about the pitch, I think I'm not going to say I've arrived, but I've definitely come to the next step.
Did you feel that last year, and do you still feel going forward that you still need to show everybody that, look, not a fluke, I can go out and I can do this and be this type of pitcher?
I don't necessarily feel like I need to do that. I think for me, that just comes with who I am. Like, I'm going to give you what I got. I'm going to do it as hard as I can. If you like it, great. If you don't, it's not because I didn't leave it out on the field. And I've got to be okay with that. So I think that there's this thing that comes with a knuckleball that people really fear, its unpredictability. So you might have to, as a knuckleball pitcher, show that you are more consistent than you would have to otherwise.
Right.
And I think last year I was able to prove that, you know, there are going to be clunkers throughout, you know, a 34 start season. There were for Johan, there is for Roy Halladay. I mean, it's just part of it. But over the long haul, if you can keep producing quality starts, which was that was my objective. I didn't think so much about wins and losses. I thought about quality starts. Can I give my team 6 or more innings, giving up 3 runs or less? That was my goal, and I try to do that as many times as possible.
I think a couple things in New York. They certainly latch on to their own, the minor leaguers that come through the system
Sure.
come on and succeed. But do you feel there's something to the fact of your journey that plays well there? Do you sense that kind of bond? You know, you had a great reaction. The fans had a terrific reaction for you.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen to everybody.
And I'm thankful for that and humbled by it because, like you said, I've seen the other side of the coin too. And I know for me personally, I think that fans and people in general really respect when they can visibly see someone who is trying to maximize their potential in front of them. Like, that's a neat thing to see. I think the common bond between all humanity is that in some form or fashion we've all had to endure some type of adversity. My story has been one that I've had quite a bit of adversity from the moment I signed until reaching where I've reached this past year. So I think people can relate to that, you know. I mean, that's kind of the common denominator in the human race, is that, you know, at some point we all suffer, you know, we all have adversity, and being able to overcome that adversity, or at least learn from that adversity, is something that is very palpable.